Back to Friday Night Sports Extra. Alex Crescenti, Keith Oso coming your way. Now, those of you that stuck around to the very end of the show last week, you were treated to a script breakdown for an alternate edition of Lord of the Rings from Alex. I'd like to promise you that won't happen tonight, but that's the beauty of an unscripted show. I don't know what he's going to say.
That's funny you bring that up.
Let's just move past it.
The whole point was that one does not simply walk into Coeur d'Alene and get a win. They were upset by Post Falls. Could they redeem themselves there? Well, I think we need to. One does not simply I didn't hit the Sean Bean right.
Well,
that's the problem.
If it's an older movie like that, you know Sean Bean is in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And probably doesn't make it to the end.
Well, yeah.
Spoiler.
But anyway.
But to go to your point, we're not starting in Spokane today because we had some huge games in North Island.
That's right. Lewiston visiting Coeur d'Alene here. First quarter, no score. Coeur d'Alene driving. A bad snap leads to a loose ball, and Logan Meisner is there to fall on it. Bengals take over, but those sloppy conditions, they played a factor tonight because Jake McArcher here doesn't have a great grip on the ball, throws it right into the hands of Jacob Gomez. Vikings take over, but have to settle for a field goal. Now, the ensuing kickoff, Lewiston return man decides to take it out here. Not always the smartest thing in these conditions, but Coeur d'Alene defender strips it from him, and they are there to fall back on it, and that would lead to some big plays for the Vikings. A few plays later, it's Brandon Begston, hands it off to his running back, but it's the reverse, and they got everyone. Turns out it's Isaiah Griffin is the man with the ball. He cuts outside, drives for the pylon, but is called just out before. Our replay here at KXLY shows he's in, but sadly that does not count.
Don't question the refs.
A play later, Gunnar Gaiello gets the call and is not denied for the score. Vikings go on to win this one big, 38-7. Now let's head over just a few miles down the road. We got Lake City visiting Post Falls here this evening. Post Falls coming off a big win last week. Let's pick up the action in the third quarter. Trojans already up 14. Jackson Anderson finds Jacob Sullivan in the flat. He takes it deep into the red zone. Almost gets to that pylon, but denied at the 5. A couple plays later, though, it's Devin Myers. He will shove a defender off of him right there, and he's tiptoes into the end zone. Trojans up 21-0, extending that lead. Timberwolves next drive, they have to punt because of a stalled drive. That may have been a mistake because Zachary Clark gets a hold of this one, turns upfield. This one's going to be exhausting here. It's going to take a while here. It looks like he's got a lot of green grass in front of him. Can he get it?
Do you want me to jump in? Do you want me to jump in?
He's taken down finally there. Exhausting. That drive would not end the way the Trojans want it, though, because the running back fumbles it. Timberwolves get back on it with a chance to maybe get back into this game late in the third quarter. Could they do it, though? Fourth down in the red zone. Jackson Pettit trying to find his man to get his team back in it. Falls incomplete, and that would do it. Trojans go on to win this one 35-13.
That means, Alex, Post Falls, Lewiston, Coeur d'Alene, three-way tie for first place. Going to have some kind of tiebreaker. Maybe we'll break it down to Lord of the Rings trivia as supplied by Alex Crescenti. They'll probably settle it on the field. That's a good idea. It's less cloudy in Spokane. Gonzaga Prep is going to win the GSL. Hate to spoil it for you. Watch this, though. Paxton Page, roll out, double roll, triple roll out. Still alive, and he just throws it upfield, but that's not good because Gregory Flynn is there for the interception for the Bullpups. Now they're trying to capitalize, but the option goes haywire, and that's picked up by Brody Hall, I should say, of Ferris. So turnover city, we're not done turning it over. You know, it was a little wet out there tonight, and it showed. You got a little grease pig action. Oh, it's recovered. The old scoop and score, Luke Miller. We love the defensive touchdowns in Friday Night Sports Extra. Luke Miller gets that one, and you know, if we don't show Ryan McKenna with a highlight, we're not allowed back in the stadium. Oh, this is after another interception, I should say. Yeah, that was Luke Miller. So Caven McKiernan had the scoop and score. That's my fault. But here comes Ryan McKenna, who I teased a moment ago, and we delivered on our tease. That's a touchdown. One tough dude into the end zone, 56-14. Bullpups are going to win the GSL. Who's going to finish after them? Well, Central Valley's making a case. They're going to be up north tonight, taking on Meade up at Union Stadium. If you haven't been to Union Stadium yet, make a trip up there. It's a really, really cool stadium. They did a great job. We're going to go second half, Meade on offense. But the Bears defense wasn't really given much up. Joe Pitts with the sack for the Bears. And then the Bears get the ball back. Luke Abshire on the rollout. Now, you're not supposed to throw it back to the middle of the field on a rollout unless you have a cannon. That's a cannon. And Justin Finn on the other end, touchdown CV. Bears back on offense again, having trouble with the snap. Spencer Lyman going to recover for the Panthers, but their drive would stall. So CV moving it again. It's Abshire swinging it out to Finn. Uh-oh, you make somebody miss, and he's giggity. Almost gone. Gets caught from behind. Big gain for the Bears. Fourth quarter now. Abshire going to buy some time, and he does it again. He goes to his right. He's going to throw back to the middle. Again, you're not supposed to do that, so if you don't have a cannon, don't do that. Gavin Tracy, touchdown from the cannon shot by Abshire. CV wins at 24-8. Pretty good season going there for the Central Valley Bears.
Hey, let's keep it in the GSL here this evening. Was played not this evening, but yesterday. U-High visiting Mount Spokane up at Union Stadium. Let's pick up the action. Wildcats are going to strike first. Kellen Flanagan on a nice rollout. Watch the catch by Aiden Prado. Nice 7-0 lead for Mount Spokane. U-High goes back to work on offense. Caleb Wolcott might have been going for Trey Buchanan, but it's complete behind him to Jalen King, and he's up the sideline. Big gain, but the drive would stall, unfortunately. Wildcats back on the attack. Flanagan going deep to Schumann. Big completion there, and they're in business. That would set up Ethan Mukowski, 49-yarder. With plenty to spare. He's the real deal, I believe.
49-yarder.
You don't see that every day in high school football. Mount Spokane wins it on senior night, 38-13.
It's not often you go to a high school football game and you're like, I hope they kick a field goal.
Yeah.
You do that when you go to Mount Spokane, because that dude's legit.
Yeah, I saw him in practice the other week. He's, real deal.
He launches them.